Guys, welcome back to the channel. Let's Talk Leeds. I hope you're all doing well. Well, I don't even need to ask you that. I know you're doing well. Norwich City 2, Leeds United 3. We won't talk about the first half. We'll forget about that for a second. We'll get into it in a minute, but we'll forget about it for a second. Unbelievable comeback. Ignited by Somerville. What a talent he is. What a player we've got on our books there. Yeah, it wasn't pretty at times. We were wasteful in the first half. But look, guys, one defeat in our last 10 games, 4 wins in our last 5. And if it wasn't for that shit show of a month in August where, you know, all the moving parts were happening, we'd probably be sitting comfortably second now. But yeah, I'm just absolutely buzzing with that comeback. In the first half, I was starting to question the mentality a bit. And I was starting to think we seem like we rely on individuals, which we did in the end. But, to come back from 2-0 down away from home, takes a lot of mental strength. So, they proved my critic wrong in the first half. 45 minutes later, they showed me how much mental strength they have. Anyway, let's jump into the game. So, obviously, it didn't start too well with Norwich taking the lead with that header. I think it was Perot who lost his man. And, he just flicked it past Meslier. I don't think there's an awful lot Meslier could do about it. Then after that, we sort of grew into the game a little bit because Norwich come out strong. They come out swinging. Actually, I was quite taken aback by how fast out the traps Norwich were. But then we slowly got into the game. Obviously, Kamara went close, we just whistled past the post. And then their second goal, Archie Gray got a bit tangled up. I think he didn't want to commit. He wanted to sort of stand his ground and force the opposition into doing something. And then and a bit of tit for tat in the box. And you've got to say that the man finished it well, to be fair. And there's nothing Meslier could do about that. It was a rocket, and pretty much in the roof of the net. He's not saving that. So we find ourselves 2-0 down, and we're like, oh no. And I was sitting there, I was thinking, as I was just saying a minute ago, have this group of players got the mental strength? And we created a lot of chances, even in the first half. And if we could have finished, we'd have been winning 3-2 at half time. But we're quite wasteful in front of goal. But then the second half came, and it seems to me like Daniel Farke switched it up a little bit. It felt like he went to 3 at the back, but I mean, I'm not too sure about that. But it just looked like that was the way we were playing, sort of a 3-5-2 formation, and worked wonders. Second half, it's like it's like Accrington Stanley went in at half time and Real Madrid come out for the second half. We were phenomenal, and we are a brilliant team. We started slow in August because of what was happening, off the field. But now you look at it, like I said, 1 defeat in our last 10, 4 wins in our last 5. We are a brilliant team, obviously at this level, and best believe Ipswich will now be looking over their shoulders. Okay, I know we've closed the gap to 6 points, and that's not for Ipswich's fault. They haven't even played. Their game got postponed. Regardless, they got game in hand. Regardless, they'll see us creeping up behind them. Wednesday, we go to Stoke. If we win that, Ipswich have got a tricky game away to Bristol City. They could draw, they could lose. It wouldn't surprise me if they won, but if they draw and they lose and then we win, then all of a sudden the gap's 4 points or 3 points. Yet they got a game in hand, but that's got to be won. So yeah, now's the chance for us to start putting on the pressure. Now's the chance for us. Well, we've climbed the table. We're 3rd now. We look, you look at our starting lineup and our bench, and it's absolutely ridiculous at this level. Like, there's no way we shouldn't be getting promoted. I know people sort of changed their opinions a bit at the start of the season after the slow start, but when you look at it now and the way we're playing and the way we're dismantling these teams. And by the way, Crescencio, Somerville, talking about the first goal first, or we've missed out the first goal. Dan James does brilliant, smashes it low across the box. Anything can happen. That's why you do it. If you can't pick out a direct pass, you smash it low and hard across the box and hope for a little deflection. Anything can happen. Ends up in the back of the net. 2-1, we're back in the game. Somerville picks up the ball on the edge of the box, sees he's got a bit of space. What a mistake that was, giving him that much space. Curls it round, 2-2. And then you think, well, you got back into the game, it's 2-2, you take a point. No, not Leeds United. We're pushing on for that winner. Yeah. Jorginho Rutter sets Somerville free. He runs like the wind, absolutely gone, cuts inside. If you see the keeper, he's sort of a bit out of position. Somerville notices that. Bottom corner, 3-2, job done. Brilliant. Absolutely buzzing with that. And yeah, like I said, if we can beat Stoke and then, Huddersfield at home on Saturday, we should be winning that. And then all of a sudden, Ipswich are going to be really looking over their shoulders. I think you can, I wouldn't completely rule us out catching Leicester, but I think you'd be realistic to say that would be a very big mountain to climb. But, there's still enough time to do that. But they look phenomenal as well. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get too carried away, but I'm not. It's not like we've been playing awful and we've just won one game. And I'm like, hey, we're back in business. Like we've lost 1 in our last 10, and that game that we lost was Birmingham. Before the 10. Otherwise, we've only lost 1 all season. That was a penalty in the last minute when we had 6 people on the bench and about 5 kids. Do you know what I mean? So we're having a good season. Daniel Farker, I love him. One criticism: I'd like to see him get things moving a bit quicker in terms of subs or changing the style of play or the formation, etc. Feel like he waits like 5 or 10 minutes too late, but that's just me nitpicking. But yeah, we've got to start a bit quicker in games. We've got to try and silence the home crowd. We've got to try and put our authority on the game a bit quicker. Because, especially away, I've noticed at home we do that anyway because it's at Ellen Road and we just naturally do that. But away from home, I feel like we're sometimes a bit slow to get out of the traps. But yeah, because the same happened against Ipswich, didn't it? Went 1-0 down. Same against Southampton. Same against Birmingham. We were sluggish at the start. So just away from home, we've got to get out of the traps a little bit quicker. But I mean, it's quite natural for a home team to be on top at home, But yeah, just nitpicking now. I'm absolutely buzzing with that. I'm really happy with how the season's going. And I'm expecting to take 6 points from 6 out of Stoke and Huddersfield because I think Norwich are better than them too. And, I know we won 3-2, but it could have been a lot more today. But what a comeback, what a 3 points. Crysencio, Somerville, amazing. You look at our starting lineup, you look at our bench, and I mean, this time next year, we should be back in the Premier League. We should. I don't think that's a bold statement as well. I think that's just should just to be expected. But anyway, guys, I'm not going to ramble on for too much. I'm not going to waste your Saturday evening. I hope you have a good one. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I shall see you again very soon.